Hi Aries, what's up? Welcome to your May reading. I hope you're all doing very, very well. We're going to be seeing what messages want to come through for you guys, get some insight, guidance, see what you can expect for the month of May. If this reading is helpful or insightful, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. Private readings are available down below. Let's get into your messages. This deck is ready. Show me clearly what's going on with Aries. We have the Maiden, the Unseen. Let's get one more. And the Pilgrim. Okay. Bottom, the Shadow. There's something going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors. With the Maiden, which is a very fertile energy. All right, this is a time where you're feeling way more sensitive, more tapped into, you know, your creative side, your sensitive side, your emotional side, your romantic side. You're feeling very like touchy-feely. The Maiden is giving like a very fertile energy. Shout out to anybody who is currently pregnant, or maybe it's just like you're pregnant with ideas, right? Maybe you're not actually pregnant, but just like the ideas that you have and the future that you're planning is just so bright and so exciting and so fulfilling, and just seems like such a energy of expansion and renewal and like spring has sprung. The thing is, there seems to be a lot that, like this with the Pilgrim, there is a whole journey that you have yet to walk, you have yet to experience, you have yet to climb this mountain. And climbing mountains, we know it's fucking difficult. Climbing Mount Everest. Maybe you've done that before. That's crazy if you have. That's wild. I don't think I could do it personally. I don't think that's my thing. But with the Pilgrim, it's like this is an adventure. This is where there's some challenges. There may be some surprises. There may be some twists, some turns, and a lot of trust. A lot of freaking trust. But what it's leading you to, I mean, it's kind of unknown. To be honest, with the Unseen, like, we're gonna have to get into the tarot, because I'm like, what is this leading you towards? Where is this going? Where is this chapter of your life taking you? You may not even know. You may be like, Jade, I have no freaking clue. The Unseen is a card of divine protection. Your guides, your angels, ancestors, the loved ones, they're around you. They're always showing you signs, symbols, synchronicities. And when the Unseen card comes out, it's like there's a lot going on energetically, but you may not see it in the physical or tangible world. And so and then even the fact that the Shadow is at the bottom, it's like there's a lot that you're not aware of. Now, maybe this could be talking about something going on in the subconscious realm. We have Gnosis. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. You know it's there. Gnosis is this strong inner knowing, like you're confident in something. There's no doubt about it. What do you know? Gnosis in the stone. Something that's like set in stone. It's maybe related to love. We have agape. I can't speak. Agape. There's something that's cementing itself, or you have recently made a decision, a promise to yourself or someone else, and this seems to be like a very big deal. It feels here as you're on this journey, it seems very new, it seems very fresh. We see this beautiful flower opening up. It seems like you're just so blessed. You're just so protected. The divine really is behind you on this. And I mean, like, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep pulling more, because I have nothing else to really add to this. There's something beyond what you can see, though. We have two cards that have an eye on it, right? Both these cards, the Unseen and the Pilgrim. In the center of the Pilgrim, there's this eye, the all-seeing eye. Maybe you have an eye tattoo. But there's something that you may not be able to see with your human eyes, but like your third eye is popping. Your third eye can see it. You can visualize it. You can feel it. You can sense it. You know it's there. It's this unexplainable feeling you can't shake. Wait, what are you? King of Wands? When did you come out? This is your energy, Aries. Judgment. There's this call. Will you answer? Answer the call. It's a divine call. It's a spiritual calling. This is your upbringing. This is your purpose. This is something you were destined to do. 5 of Cups and then the Queen of Swords at the bottom. There are some tough lessons, some tough choices that you had to make, some sacrifices even that you had to accept, and boundaries you've had to set. Accept. Accept certain things and have to set certain boundaries. Y'all know what I mean. And I just see that with the 5 of Cups and Judgment, like this was meant to happen. The way it did, the way it's been unfolding, this is meant to be. Like this is divinely orchestrated. And you're pretty certain about that. The King of Wands, you're somebody who is very determined. When you set your mind on something, you don't give up easy. You don't quit. You'll try over and over and over again. 10 of Pentacles. You're somebody who is very successful. You're somebody who is breaking generational curses. We're going to use that in quotations because I don't really call them a curse. You may call them a curse. But it's showing here like you have to really take care of people, family, friends, loved ones, your community, your group, your circle, the people that you work with. You are somebody who is very important. You have a very important mission, a very important purpose, and also you're very influential. 7 of Swords is at the bottom. Something's being hidden from you. It could be someone that's close to you who's keeping information hidden from you, money kept a secret. Maybe it is, let me see, 7 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Somebody here is making a decision without you knowing. Someone's doing something behind your back. What is this though? Knight of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. And then the Page of Wands. It's something that looks like it would be positive, or it just might be a bit of a surprise. But I wish it would tell me more. 5 of Pentacles, this fella on the unseen. And we also have the 2 of Pentacles. So I'm seeing somebody who has been kind of struggling with finances or money. Somebody who has been trying to, pull their weight, pay the bills, take care of their loved ones, take care of themselves. They've been juggling a lot and kind of struggling. So maybe that's what has been hidden, because the 5 of Pentacles fell out on the unseen card. So it's like either you have been struggling in silence and you've been trying to keep it hidden, or there's someone that's around you, someone that you're close to, somebody that maybe you live with, or it's a family member, but they have been struggling in secret, maybe financially or even health related, right? I don't normally read in health, but sometimes 5 of Pentacles can indicate like some health issues. We can literally see somebody's with a bandage on their head and they are in, crutches. Hopefully if somebody's in an abusive relationship, hopefully they're not like lying and trying to cover it up and try and be like, oh, I just slipped and fell. And again, I don't read for that stuff, but that's just something that flashed in my brain. I was like, oh, hopefully someone who is, if they're struggling like that, they can come clean, or they can come to someone for actual help. But it's like someone's been just trying to juggle it all on their own, or they've been keeping it to themselves. Literally 9 of Pentacles even at the bottom, which is a very solo and independent energy. A very single energy as well. So somebody's been trying to get their life back, or someone's been trying to get their independence. It has been a challenge. Seeing something about a side hustle here. How do we go from a 10 of Pentacles to a 5, or sorry, we do have a 5. How do we go from a 10 of Pentacles to a 2 and a 5? I mean, we all know 2 times 5 is 10, right? But I'm just seeing like there's this huge kind of fluctuation from going really, really good and thriving and really being great, so well off, and then there's other fluctuations where it's like, damn, we're like really struggling, like barely making it by. That seems challenging. Yeah, and then 2 of Pentacles also does talk about like choice, crossroad, options. You're trying to weigh out what's going to be the best possible option, best possible path. And that can feel overwhelming depending on what you got going on, what it is that you are trying to maintain, keep flowing, keep it going. Even when you're tired, like you may be getting tired, you may be feeling burnt out. Let's see what's going on for Aries. We have the Page of Wands, so there's good news coming in. Let me tell you that. 9 of Swords is at the bottom. You've been stressing, you've been worrying, you've been really in your head, you've been having trouble sleeping. You've been just experiencing a lot of this restlessness, maybe even guilt, or like looking back at a past situation and be like, oh, I wish I had done things differently back then. If I had chose differently, where would my life be? You know, you can't help but 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and oh my God, 9 of Pentacles. Why do you got 999? The synchronicities in today's readings that I've done so far is wild. Capricorn had 777 and 666. You have had 999. By the way, 9 in numerology does talk about like the completion of a cycle. It's that final push. Is that final push. So Spirit is really wanting you to keep going, and also putting yourself first. You might be feeling guilty about prioritizing you and your needs, and there may be some part of you that's like, am I an a-hole for this? Like, oh my God, I feel kind of guilty. Like, I don't want to upset them. I don't want, but like this is necessary for you as you're trying to like get your life in order. I'm seeing like a new chapter that you're really pushing towards and determined, but like it is a bit like, it's different, it's foreign, it's a little unusual for some of you, or this is something that you're just not used to, and so it's a little bit uncomfortable and you may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But the Page of Wands is here to alleviate that stress. You've been really stressed out or overworked over how, you know, how are you going to do all this? How are you going to make this happen? It can feel very like the walls are closing in with that 9 of Swords. But the Page of Wands is here to be like, hey, good sign, you're on the right path. This is confirmation to keep going, something good coming in, some sort of reward, some sort of blessing. So maybe this is help or support. We'll clarify that in a moment, but let's see. 6 of Pentacles want to flip itself out. Y'all giving all the pentacles. There's like support, there's help, there's balance, there's justice. I'm seeing if like there's something going on legally wise. Like I'm seeing some kind of agreement or a positive turn around in, you know, what's going on. Like I see you are reaping the benefits, reaping the rewards. This is the energy of what you put out comes back around tenfold. It's showing here something's becoming cemented with the Hierophant at the bottom. We also have the King of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. Look at all the pentacles. This is like, this reading definitely seems to be focusing on like money, material world, maybe a living situation. Maybe it's talking about like friends or family, or like more to do with like responsibilities. Okay. Anyways, you have a lot of pentacles in this entire reading. A lot of earth. I do think you need extra grounding during this time. Okay. Anyways, Hierophant, King of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Brainstorming, 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. I see brainstorming going on. You and people that you're working with, collaborating with, or teaming up with. You guys are coming up with some really fantastic ideas. And with the Hierophant and the King of Swords, this is where you're being very practical and you have learned a lot. This is where you are being super wise and you're very smart. You're making smart financial decisions. You are signing contracts, or you're writing contracts, writing up agreements so that, you know, nobody gets fucked over. Say if this is relating to like money or like business partnerships, things like that. It looks here pretty serious energy you're in, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I see things flowing in a positive direction. And if you've been waiting on money, say money that's owed to you or borrowed money or something like that, if you have to pay something off, a debt or a loan, or you borrowed money from somebody, I see you're finding either payment plans, or you're finding a way to kind of clear the debt, or like maybe even like karmic debt, right? But this does seem to be more like physical or tangible. Maybe this is like splitting assets. I'm not seeing anything about like a separation or divorce though, so I'm not really. Well, I split the I spoke too soon. I split the deck. Maybe that's why I like split the deck. I didn't even look at it, and then I mentioned that, and then I look and we have the Hierophant and the Devil. So if there are any like contracts, commitments, marriage, right? Hierophant is heavy, like marriage card, seen as like that marriage card, or even And, you know, if you live with somebody for, whether it be like 9 months or a year, it's like common law, things like that. I don't know what the rules are where you're at. I'm in Canada, so we got different rules than if you're like in US or UK or Australia or whatever. Very different rules, so I have no fucking clue. But with the devil, it's like if there has been abuse, if there has been some sort of toxicity that's being dealt with, that needs to be cleared up. That needs to be cleared up ASAP. Oh, that's way too many. Okay, I kind of actually feel like I don't want to pull any more from this deck, if I'm gonna be real with you. That was way too many. Let's clarify some of this. Starting off with, let me move all these cards. Y'all have so many pentacles. Are you dealing with an earth sign? Comment down below if you are. If you have any earth placements, shout out to anybody with a earth moon or rising, right? Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placement. So the way that I'm viewing these cards, obviously this isn't the exact order it came out, because Five of Pentacles wasn't the first card that came out. It was actually the King of Wands. But the way that I'm viewing this, we see these people, we see a couple that's struggling, right? They're struggling. Money has been an issue. Maybe they've been poor, you know, maybe poor in health, poor in wealth. So they're like out in the cold, they're freezing, they're struggling. They're moving to this King of Wands as in like, hey, we need a place to stay, we need a home, we need like money. This could be you talking to the bank, this could be you talking to a parent, but like the way that we go from the, we're reading this from left to right. Okay, so we're reading it from Five of Pentacles to this way. Okay, just clarifying. See how we go from the 5 to the 10, but it's with this King of Wands that's granting this. Maybe you're getting a grant. Maybe it's a grant for school. Fuck, man. maybe it's something like that. Okay, but you see that? You see how it's because of this King of Wands who is granting the 10 of Pentacles. How do we go from a 5 to a 10? It's because of the King of Wands. The King of Wands, which could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, or just somebody who is a position of authority or a position of power, who has powerful resources, comes from maybe a background of money, comes from a rich family, you know, something like that. So, and then we have the Two of Pentacles that came out after that. And it's almost like the couple at the beginning, because they're not used to this kind of abundance, they're not used to this kind of treatment, they're not used to this kind of money. They are kind of struggling possibly to adapt with it, or it seems like the 10, I mean, hey, this is not a bad problem to have. If you recently have come into a large sum of money, this is not a, but it's being wise with like your investments and making sure that you don't just spend it all down the drain, or like, you know, the taxes and like all that shit, right? But so we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. Doesn't it look like someone's kind of struggling to maintain, struggling to upkeep? If this is a home, like say someone inherited a home, maybe you're not used to maybe you didn't live in a house, maybe you live in an apartment, or you know, it's different lifestyle. You got a lot of housework to do, a lot of cleaning to do, lots of maintenance, outside maintenance. It's a lot, right? Especially if it's like one person, because remember we see that on 9 of Pentacles earlier. So I'm just seeing a lot of different things from this, but like somebody here, we literally go from the 5 of Pentacles, they're coming to this King of Wands, we're like, hey, oh, we need some help. So then the King of Wands is like, hey, I got you. Here, take all this. And they're like, whoa, like, how do I, what is this? I'm not used to this. How do I find the flow? Anyways, then we have the Page of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. It's like, okay, you're finding a way to make it work, and it's actually going a lot smoother. So does that make sense? Because that's how I'm seeing the cards. That's literally how I'm seeing it. Like, I'm trying to make it make sense, y'all. This is how I'm seeing it. This is how I'm trying to translate it. So, because remember how we started off the reading with the Maiden and then the Pilgrim? It's like the Maiden is such abundant, beautiful blessing. It is a card of even motherhood, parenthood. This is fertility, expansion, birthing of something new. And yes, it's something so amazing and incredible, but it also is, like I said at the beginning, seems like there's some challenges that come with it. It's not the end of the world. It's just sometimes you feel the burn as you're going uphill, you're climbing this mountain, climbing these ridges, and you're needing to really Sometimes you might lose your footing. You need to take it slow. You need to be intentional with the steps that you take and to really keep your eyes peeled, right? You have the cards with the eyes saying like, hey, look out. Make sure that you don't let anything pass you without your attention. And the unseen, it's like there's also a lot going on behind the scenes that you may not be aware of or that you could be even overlooking. So it's about like what's your intuition trying to tell you. So anyways, y'all, everything that's happening for you is amazing. It's leading to some really amazing and incredible stuff. So beautiful turnaround of events, and somebody here is helping you, or take it how it applies. You can even swap the roles where you're helping somebody. You're alleviating somebody's stress or worries. Or it's like you've given someone the tools, the solution to their problem, or like, you know, and they're just trying to figure out, like they're trying to get used to these tools, or this is you trying to get used to the tools. Universe or someone has blessed you with this support or with these tools to help you on your journey, and you're just kind of getting used to it. This is something that's very new, very fresh, very different than before. That Five of Pentacles stuff. Who knows, y'all? I'm trying to make it make sense. All right, Five of Pentacles. Let's look into this Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here for Aries? Yeah, I see like you're receiving help. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Eight of Cups tried coming out. It's like some of you have recently had to like leave someone behind, or leave a job behind, or it was a significant change to your routine, to your lifestyle, to like everything completely flipped. Okay, tell me about the Five of Pentacles. Anything? Five of Pentacles for Aries. Two of Pentacles. Hold on, what one? Five of Pentacles for Aries. Okay, we have these two cards and then Ace of Swords. Oh my god, what? It's the same shit. King of Wands, Two of Swords, and then Ace of Swords. So, wow, I'm getting pressure in my third eye. Ugh. I think my sinus is going crazy. There's so much pollen outdoors. It's insane. It looks like it's snowing, but it's not. It's just fluff from the trees. Nine of Swords is at the bottom again. We've seen that earlier. Wow. So again, someone here is juggling. They have a lot on their plate. They're trying to keep it up. They're trying to keep the maintenance, trying to maintain themselves, trying to do the right thing. At this crossroad about like the actions they need to take, if they should continue or if they should make some significant, or maybe not that significant, who knows, but making some adjustments. Ace of Swords to the Two of Swords, it's like seeing clearly of what needs to be removed, what needs to be expressed, what needs to be communicated, that kind of thing. And we see how at the bottom we have the Nine of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of... Oh my god, the nines again. This is what we saw 999. Now we have we have double nines. Y'all got 5 nines in your reading. So look at how you've been like stressing, overthinking, overanalyzing of a good thing. 9 of Cups. Personal hopes, dreams, desires, fulfillments, and wishes. And I just feel like there's been this mental overload, a lot of stress here, just making sure that you didn't miss a beat, miss a detail. Like, you know, you've been crossing your T's, dotting your I's, but you're like, I'm just double, triple checking, making sure that I got everything covered. I covered my ass, like making sure I didn't miss anything. Why is the King of Wands here? Why is the King of Wands here? Six of Cups trying to flip out. It could be someone who you are very familiar with. We have the High Priestess coming out though. King of Wands. Hangman, Pisces, double Pisces. And the Page of Cups. A lot of water, like solid water. Page of Cups is also Cancer and Pisces again, and Scorpio. We have Judgment at the bottom. This is where Remember what we were saying about the unseen? It's like, what is your intuition leading you towards? What are your guides trying to communicate with you? Some of you are needing to meditate. Some of you guys are needing to get into this practice where you can really silence the outside world and go inwards, finding messages that really resonate with your soul, but you're needing to quiet the outside world. Your intuition is trying to scream and communicate something important to you. Even the Page of Cups, typically Page of Cups is a card of expression. This feels like it's more to do with your own inner world, like your higher self has a message for you. Your higher self has a message for you, and this message your higher self is trying to communicate is something that is going to transform your life in a powerful way. We have Judgment, Queen of Wands, and the Devil. You're not stuck. You're not limited. You're not trapped. You may think that, or you may have felt that. You may have moments that come up in the second half of May where you feel trapped, but you're not. You have a choice. Two of Wands, Two of Cups. Look at the twos now. You have a choice, and this choice could be also about a relationship and the future of this connection. Someone may be controlling, overbearing, or trying to persuade you to do differently than what your soul is telling you to do, right? There may be outside influence that's trying to sway your heart, sway your opinion, or change your mind. What is your soul trying to tell you? Ten of Pentacles, let's look into that. Hermit. Some of you are house hunting or searching for a house, looking for a new home, looking on where you want to move, new neighborhoods. Eight of Cups, literally a card of moving, walking away, travel. It's also an energy. If I see with the Hermit and Eight of Cups, there's something that internally you're moving on from, something that had a hold on you, something that was very deeply established or deeply rooted in your heart, or even in your subconscious too. By the way, we have Virgo energy over here with the Hermit. Why do we have the Ten of Pentacles here for Aries? Queen of Cups tried coming out. Nine of Wands. Oh, look at how that Nine of Wands flipped itself in the reverse here. Something that you're just kind of like tired, drained, exhausted, giving up on, or you feel like no use in fighting. I'm kind of getting a little lost in this reading. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep reading, but like I'm kind of losing track of like where is this going? Where is this going? All right. Six of Pentacles again at the bottom, by the way. It looks like you're kind of just surrendering to the path, to the way things are going. Hermit, Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands in reverse. You're choosing to allow this change. You're surrendering. You're moving forwards in a new direction that you've been prepared for, and like intuitively you felt this shift coming. You felt this shift coming for a while, and now that it's actually transpiring, you're just not resisting this. It's important you don't. I like that, honestly. Now that I'm kind of getting this vibe with the Nine of Wands, it can be a very resistant, on guard. Like, let's not. I'm not budging. I'm putting my foot down. I'm not gonna second guess. Like, I honestly feel the fact that this is the reverse. It feels like you're not resisting this change. You're not clinging on. You're not holding on. You're allowing the shift to happen. And like, if you are moving, if you have to sell a home, or sell a property, sell a car, like whatever it is you gotta do to support yourself, to support your loved ones, you'll do whatever it takes. With Two of Pentacles, this is you making necessary adjustments and tweaks to plans. And I like, again, the Page of Wands is there, which is showing like you're very optimistic, and you see that this is going to have a positive influence, or there's like this positive exchange that's coming out of this. So Two of Pentacles, show me clearly, why is the Two of Pentacles here? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Aries? The Lovers could definitely be representing a crossroad between you and someone else. Specifically could be with a Gemini, but doesn't have to be. But the Lovers is a choice card. It is also about commitment. It is also about possibly a relationship. We have the Six of Pentacles coming out here again, right? We saw that at the bottom. Now it's flipped out. A lot of double confirmation in this reading. Two of Pentacles for Aries. Anything? Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the moon at the bottom, which we have the new moon in Gemini on the 26/27th of May. So keep that in mind. Perhaps this is something that will be transpiring around then. I'm seeing Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups, or sorry, not Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. See some sort of development in a commitment or a relationship here. Knight of Cups in the reverse, Six of Pentacles and the Lovers. So somebody's been, I feel like we're all over the place in this reading. Okay, the Knight of Cups in reverse sometimes can represent like a love interest, but they're not the most available, right? Emotionally available, or this is somebody who, I mean, it shows that you're on the same page with them with the Six of Pentacles and Lovers. It looks like you're on the same page with them. I'm wondering, are you... Okay, because this doesn't make sense because we actually have the Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Like someone here wants more. I feel like we're switching gears. How do we talk about money, finances, help, you know? And now we're switching gears to like romance or relationships or connections, like. But this we're kind of taking a turn. We don't have much time left anyway, so I gotta keep on going. I'm just trying to make it make sense. Oh, I didn't mean to put that away. I feel like, I don't know, you and someone are reaching an agreement. It was maybe a challenge to get there, or things were a little bit rocky, or someone wasn't as open or emotionally expressive. Maybe somebody kept kind of changing their mind, right? The Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups reverse. Somebody here, their emotions were definitely swaying. Therefore, they kept kind of changing their mind. One day it was yes, the next day it was no, the other day it was maybe. You know, like somebody was kind of like, maybe that's why this reading feels a little bit all over the place. Somebody was a little all over the place, or they're kind of wavering. But Page of Wands here. Hold on, before we even get to that. We have the Moon, Ace of Cups, and Knight of Wands. This is showing like the future isn't set in stone in terms of like romance. Not even Pentacles. Knight of Wands in terms of romance isn't like the most committed energy. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I'm seeing the Empress wants something more. We have the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Knight of Wands. I mean, there is someone who could be interested, but can they offer you what you desire? Can they show up for you in the ways that you need it? Empress versus the Knight of Wands. I would just say, if you're this Empress, this Knight of Wands is not on the same wavelength. This Empress is out of the Knight's league. Now, who knows? Maybe this Knight could step up their game, but they're still on. The Moon is bringing a bit of a shadowy uncertainty element, a bit of an unpredictable energy, and that's even the Knight of Cups reverse. It's like that's someone who can kind of, they will love you one day, and then like the next day, they don't seem to give a fuck. So it's like not the most reliable of energy. So I don't know. Let's move on. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here for Aries? Oh, fuck. Y'all gave me too many cards. Too many. But let's do a speed round, okay? We have the Ten of Cups and the Star. Ultimate wish fulfillment. Seems like things are improving in the home life, in your relationships. Definitely seems like wish fulfillment. You found a dream home if you're moving or traveling. Definitely seems like this is where you're feeling at an all-time high. And also not just you, but those around you are also feeling very good and very supported. And they're happy for you. You're happy for them. You are being celebrated. There's this beautiful achievement. There's this healing. There's this rawness, authenticity. You know, you're just being your most authentic self. Then we have this stack. So I think we have 4 cards here. So we have the Queen of Wands, the World, Three of Swords, and the Emperor. So I'm seeing actually like healing of a cycle, closing of some sort of door that where like pain has been bleeding out on other people, new experiences. This feels like the closing of a door, closing of a chapter. Emperor and the Three of Swords. This is somebody who is evolving and growing from their pain instead of blaming others for the pain that they have gone through or pain that they've even caused. The Emperor and the Three of Swords is somebody who is, you know, turning that pain into fuel, and it's used as motivation to do better and to never go through that again. This is somebody who is determined to overcome their most difficult struggles and challenges. So then we have the Queen of Wands and the World. This is somebody who is finally creating a way out of the pain, of the misery, of the struggles and challenges. Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So that's fabulous. That's wonderful. And why is this the Six of Pentacles here? Woo, got a flyer. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So no more just like waiting around, or I see here like there's been a bit of a stalemate or delay, but that's something that is clearing up. Someone's been impatient or tired, or like they've lost focus. Oh, is my deck upside? Nope, my deck's not upside down, but we have a Nine of Cups in the reverse. This is maybe changing of what you desire. Things that you wanted back then have shifted, and maybe you're no longer interested in it anymore, and that's okay. Like, that's what happens as you change and grow and heal as a person. You know, your things that you were once interested in, you may no longer feel connected to anymore. That's what happens as you grow, as you evolve, things change. And we have Seven of Swords coming out and the Five of Wands. I think that there's just maybe just some people that have a hard time adapting when it comes to you changing, when it comes to you know, setting new boundaries, or wait, why did I put that card away? Hold on. Five of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Fool. Like, some people are having a hard, this is making no fucking sense to me. It's like there's some people, because I feel like we just said the opposite, and now I'm gonna say the opposite of something I just said. I was like, we had the Ten of Cups and the Star. I was like, people are happy for you, you're happy for them, and then I see the opposite here, where there's some people that aren't, and if they aren't, like, fuck them. Like, don't let them sabotage you or block you from like living your life to the fullest. I'm seeing that there could be someone here who's actually like jealous or envious of you. What the fuck? And I can't help but notice, like, I gotta wrap this up. We're almost at 40 minutes. I feel like you're breaking out of some sort of mess or disaster, or look at how the Fool, he's running that way. He's following his passions, his dreams. He's leaving behind the chaos, the drama, the fighting, the competition, or like having to prove themselves. The Fool just wants to live freely, wants to live life to the fullest and have fun and experience new things and see the world, instead of just bickering and fighting and bullshit and drama and pettiness like this. And the Fool is your energy, by the way. So yeah, I just think like something has shifted within you, and it's allowing you to really call back your power, and it's invigorating, it's exciting. It's obviously, we saw that there's some challenges that come with it, but you overcome them, and it's very inspiring. And some are inspired and some feel threatened, but don't let those that are feeling threatened stop you from living your best life. And you know, you just gotta keep living, gotta keep grooving, gotta keep moving. I don't know, Aries, that is what I got for you. I hope this helps. If it resonates, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. Private readings are available in the description box, and I will see you later. Have a wonderful day. Bye, Aries.